Speaking of jokes that are being made around the 2016 presidential election, we have to talk about Donald Trump, who is now running for president. In 2010, Donald Trump expressed some interest in becoming a candidate for president in 2012. In 2011, though, he said he would not run. 2 years ago, in 2013, he was the featured speaker at CPAC, which was insane. I mean, complete embarrassment for Republicans that Donald Trump was speaking. He spent over $1 million researching a possible presidential bid. And yesterday he announced, indeed, Donald Trump is running for president of the United States as a Republican in the primary. And he touted his net worth, saying that, oh, it's $8.7 billion now, and that's exactly what we need from a president. He is touting himself as the, quote, most successful person ever to run for the presidency, including mentioning that he owns a Gucci store as part of his qualifications. Here he is railing against immigrants from Latin America.
The U.S. has become a dumping ground for everybody else's problems. Thank you. It's true. And these are the best and the finest. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us what we're getting. And it only makes common sense. It only makes common sense. They're sending us not the right people. It's coming from more than Mexico. It's coming from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably from the Middle East. But we don't know, because we have protection, and we have no competence. We don't know what's happening.
That's right, Lewis. We're getting the second-rate Mexicans here in this country. We're not getting the good Mexicans that Donald Trump alluded to there. We're getting the second-rate Mexicans. We're dealing with a conservative reality TV star here. This is bad for Republicans. This is bad for American politics. This is a guy who is a joke. He reportedly paid people to show up to his campaign announcement. That's a whole other story, what's going on. I don't think this guy does anything good for anybody by getting involved, other than being a personal laughingstock.
He is a total joke. I don't trust anyone who only measures people's success by their net worth. I think that's the last thing we need in the White House. I think he's going to, well, first of all, the Uber driver from Phoenix who I had is going to be thrilled about this. But that's another story. He's a total joke, and I can't wait to see those debates.
No question about it. And just as a trademark that seems to happen all the time to Republicans, he also used the Neil Young song "Rockin' in the Free World" at his campaign event, at his launch event. And Neil Young came out and said, yeah, that song was not authorized. Please stop using it. And in fact, I researched that song. It was written as a critique of the George H.W. Bush administration and how they didn't seem to care about America's poor. Reminds me of that situation with Ronald Reagan and Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA in 1984, where not only does the artist not support the candidate, the song actually represents the opposite of what the candidate stands for. And Donald Trump just already a completely abortive and embarrassing campaign.
Yes, I look forward to hearing about many more cease and desist letters along this campaign.
I do wonder if corporate media will pay more attention to Donald Trump than they do to Bernie Sanders, because after all, Donald Trump at least is a reality star.
Oh, of course they will. They're going to pay much more attention to him. You're going to hear way more about Trump because that's what people want to see. That's what they want to hear.